Hello everyone, I am gonna talk about my dream game. Well, technically dream game, but it's something that I kinda recently thought of, because in the past when I was talking to my friend who is a big fan of The Legend of Zelda, we were kinda hoping to see a Zelda game where Link talks and actually screams in very dramatic cutscenes with thunder and then him transforming into some sort of dark Link with dark wings. Something cool like that or something. Yeah, but uh, it, it has a place in this. It could be also that. It's just that more specifically, I wrote down like a bunch of ideas about the storyline and stuff like that. Because I usually write stories, it's just that I don't write them professionally. I don't have any experience on writing. I don't know the rules of writing stories and stuff like that. So it's just like random ideas all put together in a notepad. So that's all that there is. But I'm not gonna read all that. I'm just gonna try and make it as short as possible. The Zelda game that I wish that existed still follows a little tradition, but at the same time, with the new features like Link talking, there is also a feature that I want Zelda to be a character that you can use in the game as well. Like during the game, there are these moments where the game switches to Zelda, and then you use her to go through a certain, like, the startup temples, and then eventually the big temples is where they just get together, like Medley and Link, and they assist each other. Also, to beat the boss, it would be really cool if they assist each other. That Zelda has certain abilities, like for example to stunt the monster, and then Link's delivers the blows, and it's something that I really want, because the game is called The Legend of Zelda, not The Legend of Link or The Legend of Ganondorf. It's the Legend of Zelda, I mean, and she needs a little more participation in the game, because what we've already discovered, that Zelda, who is Zelda in the Wind Waker, and even though she had a little more participation in this game, it was still like this random character that appears once in a while. I'm not gonna talk about Twilight Princess since I haven't done the walkthrough yet. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. But in that game as well, Zelda doesn't have a major role. Like maybe like in the beginning of the game, kind of halfway in, and then in the end. So it's one of those things that kind of disappoint me. It's not that the game disappoint me. It's more like those little details that disappoint me, but not the whole game or anything like that. So, and I guess just saying that the Zelda game that I want is kind of like a different game, but at the same time follows tradition. The tradition that I wrote down is a collection of scrolls. These scrolls have the mark of the Triforce, but the mark of the Triforce for Link, because in this storyline, the Triforce is not something that was in a sacred realm or anything. It was more like, this world of Hyrule has three kingdoms. It has the kingdom of Zelda, the kingdom of the darkness that is like on the desert, kind of like an Ocarina of Time, and a fallen kingdom that has been dead for like thousands of years, and that kingdom doesn't have any king. So and every king has a crest of the Triforce. So there are two kings with a crest of the Triforce, and of course in this game the king of Hyrule is the king, but he's gonna pass on the torch. He's gonna retire as a king, because he's getting old, and when you get old, the power of the Triforce kind of fades away from you, so you need to pass it on. And in the storyline, instead of Zelda being already a princess, she's more like this. Like when she was born with a twin sister. That's how I wrote it down. And they had to decide which one of those two was going to be the next princess or the next queen. Well, the next princess, because they just wanted one princess, and the other one was going to be like a sort of like a secondary royal family member, but those secondary members are just warriors that protect the royal family, kind of like the Shikan from Ocarina of Time. So that's where Zelda gets her battle experience. That's why she's good at fighting and stuff. And so yeah, when they try to crown her sister, that's where they find out that the crest of the Triforce that is on a scroll. That's how they do the ceremony. They put a scroll like right in front of her. They say some words, and the Triforce sticks to her hand, and that's how she's crowned as a queen. But unfortunately for her sister, she didn't get the Triforce. It reject her, and that's how she also becomes kind of like this evil sister, because that's how she becomes allies with the Dark Prince or King from the desert. Although when I think about the king of the desert, instead of thinking about Ganondorf, I'm thinking more like some fatherly figure, like the father of Ganondorf. And during the game, maybe like you get to fight this leader, but at the same time, like in the storyline, perhaps Ganondorf kills his own father just to get the Triforce. And that's how in their kingdom, that's how they pass on the torch. It's not like the king gives up his crest to the next generation. It's more like if you're strong enough and you kill the king, you become king yourself. And in the kingdom of, well, during the storyline, Zelda tells Link that they need to find the king of the fallen kingdom so that they can both unite and defeat the evil king that is trying to spread his kingdom across the whole world. And basically, kind of like this little hidden plot, that's where Link finds out that in the end, when he collects all of the scrolls of the Triforce, suddenly the Triforce accepts him. So basically, he's the king of his own kingdom, the fallen kingdom. He's like a descendant, and he didn't know anything. And of course, who is king will have a legendary weapon. Ganondorf has his own legendary weapon. Zelda has her own legendary weapon when she gets her Triforce. Of course, she can be this character that uses a bow, and her legendary weapon is the light arrow, for example. And Link is a Master Sword. So that's basically kind of like trying to put it in a nutshell. But I just try so hard to write little, and I just wrote too much. And that's basically my idea. It's kind of random, I know, but I wrote it like in 15 minutes. So that's basically it, and I hope you guys liked it. So I hope this video helps out so that you guys can be motivated and create your own story based on a game that exists or a game that you just totally made up. So this has been Usumachi. I hope you like this, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.